Our program, it's called Support Your Health, which is your wealth. Each and every day that we live, we always consider and must be able to understand what our lives are basically all about. Food, nutrition, create values for yourself. And hence the reason for the last 14 years, he's now a doctor, Jason Batson, 14 years serving this country and the wider region by giving out and disseminating information about health, counseling, ensuring that you live a good life, because we tend to be less care about ourselves when it's time to see about our health. We give priority to all other aspects about life, party, nice car, big house, nice clothes and so on, good friends and so on. But we tend to forget all about the most important thing, which is our health. And if you have a healthy life, then all that I mentioned before will just fall into place. Now we have with us Dr. Jason Batson. Doctor, very good afternoon.
Good afternoon, DJ Mamu. Good afternoon to you. And let me say a pleasant good afternoon to the listeners of DJ Mamu.
DJ Mamu Radio.
Correct.
Yeah? You got it correct.
Yes, definitely. Always a pleasure to be in your company. So, as you said, being an advocate for health and wellness for the past 14 years, and understanding and dealing with so many persons, diabetes, hypertension, poor circulation, cardiovascular problems, Batson and Associates is well qualified and well experienced, to really address persons' health situations and health conditions. So today we're going to be discussing a few things. We're going to be touching on that issue of Alzheimer's. So many persons, are worried as they age, that they could end up with Alzheimer's, which we know is a form of dementia, which actually affects one's memory, your behavior, your ability to perceive information, your ability to carry on proper conversation, to identify time and place, and a number of different factors that persons who have Alzheimer's experience. And, a lot of persons do not know what can you do to even successfully improve that situation. We're going to discuss that. We're going to discuss some of the symptoms to look for with things like dementia, Alzheimer's. We're also going to discuss poor circulation, because circulation continues to be a very, very important aspect as it relates to health. I mean, if you do not have proper circulation, you're going to end up in a situation where you will have problems with a number of things. You can have problems with your eyes. As a male, you could have problems with erectile dysfunction. As an individual, you could even have problems with hair loss. A lot of persons lose their hair because you don't have proper circulation. The hair follicles are not being fed properly, and as a result of that, your hair just can't grow. So, we're going to be discussing the importance of circulation in the body, and we'll also be taking your questions, comments. So it's very important. Every once in a while, I'm going to go back to DJ Mamu, who's going to provide the necessary telephone numbers. Keep in mind that the program is an interactive program, and as a result of that, it means that we want to hear from you, because I could speak about Alzheimer's, I could speak about dementia, I can speak about poor circulation, but those may not be your issues. Your issues may be thyroid, your issues may be atopic dermatitis, your issue may be a bowel condition problem, could be a number of things. So that is what we're going to deal with. Okay, so stay tuned. Those of you listening, tell a friend, tell a cousin, tell a brother, tell a sister, tell your neighbor, because we have so many persons out there, and it's only when you speak that you realize how many persons actually need help. So don't keep it a secret. This is not something to sit down and lie down on. It's something to share with individuals, so that, of course, we will help more persons to be healthier, to feel better, to look better. And as DJ Mamu had highlighted in the genesis of his introduction, that you cannot achieve anything else unless you have good health. That's very important. Okay, so you're listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates, supporting your health naturally. Those of you who maybe this is the first time hearing us or listening to the program, keep in mind our contact information and our locations. We are located in Montrose. That's Montrose Main Road, Chaguanas. Money Talks building. That telephone number for that Chagonas office is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. For Debe, Debe is the corner Ramsey Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Debe. That telephone number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That telephone number is 220-8113. And Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That's 226-4553. Again, that's 226-4553. And our online consultation, our international callers and listeners, that number for your consultation would be 1-868-373-2388. Again, that's 1-868-373-2388.
And to get in studio, your calls are 1-868-337-2287. Again, 1-868-337-2287. Give us a call right now. We'll take your calls and pose your questions to Dr. Jason Batson. He's qualified to answer any question with respect to your health. And he'd also would like to recommend that if you need any consultation, which is, I believe, is appropriate at this time, consultation is very important. Because
very important.
It will help you, doctor, to determine where to go forward with this particular patient as it may be.
Exactly, well said. Let me also just say, keep in mind we are live on our social media platforms. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. Already on our Facebook, we have Miss Jacqueline A. Noel, who says, "Good day, Dr. Batson." Miss Leslie Britton says, "Good day." Jacqueline A. Noel has a question about a bladder infection. I'll answer that shortly. We also live on Instagram. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. We already have Queen Medina saying, "Hello, Dr. Batson. Good afternoon." Straight Girl Kavi says, "Hello, Dr. Batson." Watch me. I always have to pay attention to these Instagram names because sometimes they seem to be very interesting names that people choose for their Instagram. Let me also say a pleasant good afternoon to our YouTubers. We are Batson and Associates Trinidad on YouTube. Miss Nicola Hood says, "Blessings." Let me just answer quickly, Miss Jacqueline A. Noel, as regards to bladder infection. Any type of infection, you have a lot of natural products that actually help with infection. There's a product we carry at Batson and Associates called Optimizer, an immune formula. Those are going to help in that situation because they have natural antibacterial, antifungal properties, and we usually recommend them for persons who may have bladder infection, kidney infection, various infections, especially in the urinary aspect of the body. And that is something that you could actually get some information on.
Okay, so we are live with Dr. Jason Batson in studio, and those of you who would like to call in, please do so now. Make your calls, and we'd put the questions to Dr. Jason for him to answer whatever question you pose to him. The number again, 1-868-337-2287. And for the international listeners, you can use that number. You can also WhatsApp call, which is also every time you come on air, it's going to be free on a Thursday.
You understand?
So make sure.
Good to see Batson and Associates.
Yeah. He has a link with the WhatsApp group of companies whereby we get this hour free. So you can call right now, 337-2287, WhatsApp call. And for the international listeners, 1-868-337-2287. Now, don't be shy. You don't have to give us your name and what area you reside. You can say, "I'm from South, I'm from North, I'm from Central," and so on. Don't give us your name. Just pose the question to the doctor and let us get the maximum out of his years of studies about people's health and lifestyle and where we are today. So please give us a call right now. Doctor.
Definitely. So to the topic of discussion, Alzheimer's. So Alzheimer's, we know, is, as I mentioned, is a form of dementia. And with that particular situation where dementia is concerned, it really affects the brain. It has a lot to do with lack of blood flow to the brain. Now, think about this. I'm a great advocate of proper hydration. There's a particular water that we carry at Batson and Associates, which is a brand of alkaline water. The brand specific to us is Alkagen water. And I am a huge advocate of how important it is to drink water. In fact, Queen Medina says, Dr. Batson, your skin looks great, thank you. And the reason for that is because of the amount of water that I drink. The type of water also makes a difference too as well. So it's very important for drinking water. The rule for drinking water is your body weight divided by 2 in ounces. I'll say it again. There's a rule for drinking water, which is your body weight divided by 2 in ounces. So what that means is that in order for you to have proper bowel movement, to have proper function, remember, the human body is 70% water. Good? So what that means is that a large percentage of the human body comprises water. A large percentage of your muscles, of your bones, tendons, ligaments, your hair. If you do not drink sufficient water, you know what's going to happen to your hair? Your hair is going to be dry. Your nails going to get brittle. They're going to start to break. There are some people, when you look at their fingernails, they see like they have wedges, like lines, like brown lines. That's evidence of dehydration. It has to do with some mineral and vitamin deficiency as well. Vitamin C, vitamin E deficiency, those type of things. But a lot of the times, it simply means that something is wrong. And the good thing about Batson and Associates, that is our job. So our objective is to ensure what is wrong, what is the issue, and how do we now correct that situation. Always keep that in mind. So when you're looking at things like Alzheimer's, like dementia, it has a lot to do with blood flow to the brain. We have a question, DJ Mamu?
This person is posing this about, you mentioned something about sciatica on a program before.
Right.
And the person didn't get too much information. In fact, not much was given on the air about sciatica. You told the listener, the caller, that she should visit the office. I don't know if she did.
Right.
Concerning sciatica.
Okay. Well, I will ensure that I touch on sciatica very quickly. The thing is, sciatica has to do with compression or interference of the sciatic nerve. Now, the sciatic nerve is located in the lumbar region of the back, right? Of the spine, rather. So we know what your spine is divided basically into 3 aspects, primarily, well, 4. The cervical vertebrae, which is C1 to C7, the thoracic, which is T1 to T12, the lumbar, which is L1 to L5, and then that coccyx and those bones just below there. What happens with someone who ends up with sciatica is that there's herniation or pressing on the disc itself. So it's like almost rubbing on each other. And that is going to affect the nerve itself, the nerve ending. And it's going to affect the sciatic nerve. And as a result of that, it interferes with proper circulation, especially from that part of the spine straight down the left leg, which is why most people who have sciatica, it is usually an interference or discomfort on the left side primarily. So that has to do with a number of things, acid, inflammatory response. There are a number of things we use at Batson Associates to correct that. Optimizer is a good product. That is a product I like because Optimizer is a free radical scavenger, which means it actually reduces free radical damage in the body. What is free radical damage? Free radical damage is when you have a lot of free molecules, for want of a better expression, floating around. And in those free states, they're actually more detrimental to the body. So there are natural antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress. And oxidative stress is also related to inflammatory response. And inflammatory response or inflammation is actually what could cause you to continue getting sick. So that's something you need to pay attention to. Okay, let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Miss Sylvia Daniel. She says, good afternoon, Dr. Batson. I feel numbness under my right foot, close to my toes, and sometimes I feel like a lancing in the same foot. Not sure about the spelling. Numbness under the foot. Okay, right. Or lancing. She said she wasn't sure about how she spelled lancing, because you know lancing is like a colloquial term, which is usually pain and that type of thing. The thing is, that's poor circulation. Poor circulation. At Batson Associates, again, we carry a number of products, vitamins, minerals, enzymes for poor circulation. Circulation tea is one. Balanced circulation is our next product that we have. I know someone is asking about our teas. We just had a little run-in with some things that we needed to adjust where that is concerned. Again, following the laws, because it's always good to follow the law. And that's something I don't make joke with. So if you're not aware of something and you have been made aware, then it means you need to correct the situation. All right, so we do apologize for that. And just bear with us with those teas. And in about the next week, 2 weeks for the most, we will have those teas in large amounts so that you'll be able to get your teas that basically address certain aspects or certain issues where the body is concerned. Keep that in mind. So again, that question, someone also asked a question as regards to that situation with the sciatica. So, we have a joint tea. The inflammation formula is also a very good product for inflammation and joint pain. If you have arthritis, just this morning, a client was messaging and saying, Dr. Batson, thanks so very much, because she recommended someone who came to us for rheumatoid arthritis. And now she's pain-free. She's feeling exceptionally good. And because she's following the protocol. So, kudos to her. Kudos for us for actually identifying the problem and correcting it. And God's willing, of course, we will be able to do that for almost any health situation that you have. So don't feel shy, don't feel bashful. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Abigail Callis, Miss Frederica Joseph, Miss Cheryl Cooper, Miss Nicola Hurd. A pleasant good afternoon to you guys.
Right, and those of you who'd like to call in right now, 1-868-337-2287, 1-868-337-2287. Make your call now and get on the program with Dr. Jason Batson of Batson and Associates. We're talking about your health. Those of you would like to call in, now is the opportunity to do so. We understand the weather conditions continue to be very serious out there, Dr. Jason.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Continues each and every afternoon in this country. Something is going wrong out there. Well, the weather will take care of itself, but we need to take care of our people, which we need to take care of our people. It's important that you keep tabs on your health. It's important, again, to keep tabs on your health. When the time comes around and you have to visit the doctors for this, that, and the other, and you're not in good working condition, what can the doctor possibly do? Give you something to just ease the pain. But you want to have the source of the problem and deal with the problem rather than the pain. Yeah.
Exactly. Most certainly, definitely. And that is a very important thing, because a lot of individuals, again, they have so much issues with pain, inflammation. You don't want to be in pain. You don't want to be in pain at all. So let me answer this question from one of our Facebook listeners. Keep in mind, you can follow us on Facebook. You can like us. You can leave a comment. You could join our Facebook there, because so many different aspects associated with health and health in general. Ms. Annie Grant is asking the question. She said, good afternoon, Dr. Batson. Very good topic. I have a friend suffering from dementia. She is normal. She's good one day, and the next day she isn't good. What causes it? That's actually a very good question. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Ms. Kavita Ramshimir. Pleasant good afternoon. She says, hello, Dr. Batson. So as I said, you could join us on Facebook. On Facebook, we are Batson and Associates Limited. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. And on YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. So let me answer that question. A pleasant good afternoon to Ms. Leslian Aria listening and saying in pronouncing your surname, girl. This lady have one fancy surname. Nice lady, when I tell you the surname fancy, DJ Mamu. So I will just say Leslian, she does some wonderful work with us as well, helping out our clients as regards to some of the services we offer. So let me say a pleasant good afternoon to her. Keep in mind, you can also join us on Instagram. We have Pinnacle Media on there. We have Princey Wincy's on. We have Trini C Forever is also on. Miss Melissa Thomas 50 has joined us as well. So keep in mind, you can also ask questions here as well. We have Miss Denise Hurst. We have Antigua is in the house. A pleasant good afternoon to Antigua. I actually had some clients from Antigua, that actually comes to Trinidad to see us. So that's very good. We actually had some clients from Angola recently. Very nice lady. I'm trying to remember her name. She actually gave me a gift, which I will cherish because it was my birthday month. And, as it relates to the dementia question now. So the reason why people with dementia would usually go, so they go in states of dementia, and then they come out in states of dementia. That is just a perfect example to show how your body is actually fighting and trying its best to keep you healthy. So remember, dementia is one of the reasons people get dementia is because of a lack of what? Blood flow to the brain. Blood is responsible for doing what? Transporting oxygen and nutrients to where? To cells, When blood goes to your body, blood don't just go to a whole organ. I mean, essentially, well, yes. So, for example, blood goes to your heart, right? Because it's go and come from. The point I'm making, blood feeds cells. Cells give you tissues. Tissues give you organs. Organs give you organ systems, and organ systems give you the body. So a perfect example, a heart cell will give you heart tissue. Heart tissue will give you an organ, which is the heart. The organ will give you an organ system, which is the cardiovascular system, which comprises the heart and various aspects of the vascular system. So capillaries, arteries, veins. And your cardiovascular system added up with all the other systems will give you the entire body. So that's what it is. So in order for you to get better, you have to deal with all aspects from the what? From the cellular level. Cellular level. Very important. There's a product we carry at Batson Associates which actually has lignins in it. I know I love this product. You could call and ask them about the product with lignins. This product is actually made from the Norwegian spruce. Now, if you know anything about agriculture, you know anything about plants, botany, you would realize that that particular spruce has a distinct ability as compared to its other counterparts. And the ability that it has is that it has significant, fast-paced regenerative properties. So if you cut a Norwegian spruce now, in a matter of days, you'll actually see it regenerating. And that is because of the lignins in it. So that particular product that we carry is actually a product that has lignins in high concentration. So who would get help? If you have problems with dementia, you have problems with sleep, you have problems with cardiovascular, you have problems with diabetes, that is something that you could look at starting to use. And we carry it at all the products, all the offices, sorry. You could get some information where that is concerned as well. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Miss Betty Phillips. She says, good afternoon, Dr. Batson. Very informative program as usual. Miss Vanetta Reed says, good afternoon, Dr. Batson. You forgot my name. It's okay. Again, it was my pleasure meeting you and your colleagues. Yes, Miss Reed. Miss Grace Williams says, good afternoon, Dr. Batson. Great information. Keep up the good work. Someone is asking the question very quickly. DJ Mamu, you let me know when we have a call, right, sir?
Yes, I'll do that shortly.
Thank you. One of the things they were asking is, do we carry any products for joint pain? And yes, we do. We actually have a product called Inflammation Formula. Inflammation. That product was actually designed primarily to reduce inflammation in the body. So someone, for example, who has a problem with pain, like real bad pain, you have neck pain, back pain, waist pain, you're always in pain. Inflammation Formula is what you need to look at. Now, keep in mind at Batson Associates, we always recommend that you do a consultation, even if it is just a phone consultation, which is still a consultation. The reason for that is that we have all your information and we could guide you accordingly. We want you to get our service. We want you to start our program, start our protocol, and most important, to all of that, we want you to get results. We want you to feel better. One of the things I always ask my clients when they come back for the revisit, are you satisfied? Because I want them to be satisfied. I want you to feel better. I want you to look better. I want you to experience a better quality of health. Because when you have a better quality of health, you enjoy a better quality of life.
Yeah.
DJ Mamu hit the nail on the head at the genesis of the conversation, where he said, he made a very poignant point there. And to tell you how important this point is, let me give you an example. There are men who are great men, like with everything else. We know great men. Some of the former leaders we have in this country, some of our very famous attorneys, some of our very famous doctors. We have excellent people in this country. But you are only as good as your health. Always remember that. So regardless of what your talent is, you could be the greatest sportsman. But if you're not feeling good, you're a batsman, you're an athlete, you're a doctor, you're an attorney. You could be a real good attorney, excellent attorney, accountant. But what happens to your profession when you get sick? You know why the government gives people disability? You know why there are disability grants? Because if you are disabled, you cannot do what? Work? You can't work?
Doc, we have a call on the line.
Okay, good. No problem. Let's
Hello,
take it.
caller. Good afternoon and welcome.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
I would like to find out about migraines. Do you have anything for migraines?
Yes, we do. We do have things for migraine. But what I'll ask you now, as I have you on air, how much water do you drink? You think you know how much water you can drink? You drink?
Not enough.
Okay, good. So that's the first thing you need to do. But there are products that we carry for migraine. And migraine, we have dealt with people for years with migraines. Persons who had migraines for 10, 15 years, they don't have them again. So we can help you with that. But I want you to keep something in mind. You need to start to drink more water. Try and drink your body weight divided by 2 in ounces. So let's say, for example, you weigh 100 pounds. I'm just saying, right? Let's say 120. Half of 120 is 60. You should drink minimum your body weight divided by 2 in ounces. There's also a product we carry at Batson Associates called Inflammation Formula, Optimizer, and there's one called Santulan, which is a 7-channel detox. But before using those, I would suggest you find out about the water and start to drink the water, and then you're going to get results. Because we wanted to get long-term results where the migraines don't bother you again. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, caller.
Okay, thanks.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So after you have an intake, a good supply of water.
Yes, for a period of time, let's say about 2 weeks to a month, then we introduce certain things. That's going to make a key difference, a lot of difference.
It's going to help her with the migraine,
yes.
And perhaps later on she might migrate.
You don't know. Keep in mind, depending on your locations, we have the Shogunas office. That number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is 223-7515. That's located at the corner of Ramsonwood Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Debe. Yours truly, Dr. Batson. I will be in Debe on the 12th. That's next week, Saturday. So I'm actually putting back my schedule to make sure I am in that South office. Some of our South clients are feeling that Dr. Batson is not treating them as well as he's treating the Central clients, but it's not that. It's just a matter of, putting certain things in place. But I've assured you guys that I'm going to return properly to the South region, Debe. So look out for that on the 12th. And that telephone number for the Debe office is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. And that telephone number is 220-8113. I'll actually be in St. James on tomorrow, please God. Myself and Mr. Bustamante. Let me say a pleasant good day to the other consultants who work with me. Ms. Karishma Rabdal, who has been with Batson Associates for in excess of 8-9 years. Very qualified, very experienced. She's there. We have Mr. Paul Green, who is also with us. We have Mr. Stefan Vialva. We also have Mr. Rene Bustamante. So great team of consultants, also administrative staff, front desk staff, persons who call. At Batson and Associates, one of the things a lot of persons are amazed at is that we ensure that we call our clients ever so often. We follow up with you. And that's because of our genuine concern to ensure that you're getting results, that you're feeling good. It's not a matter of calling you back for you to come back to spend money again. It's not that, It's to ensure that you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're following the protocol, and most importantly, the results that you're getting. Very, very important.
Yes, and remember the number to call this afternoon, 1-868-337-2287 for the international listeners, and for the local listeners, 337-2287. And the lady said, thank you very much on WhatsApp. Tell the doctor thanks for the advice on the migraine.
Yes, you're welcome, my dear.
And Mr. DJ, you had me laughing with migrate.
That's so good. Miss Leslie Ann says, thank you so much, Dr. Batson. It's always a pleasure being of service to you, Batson and Associates. You, Jason Batson and Batson and Associates Limited. So thank you so very much for that. And as I said, we have Miss Denise Hurst, who is listening from Antigua. A pleasant good day to you as well. So all my Caribbean counterparts, brothers and sisters, Batson and Associates can help you, even if in Grenada, Anguilla, Antigua, Barbados, Jamaica, because sickness is something, as I said, it has no place. It has no place. I am the type of person, I tell you, I don't like to be sick. I don't know anybody who likes to be sick. When you're sick, you're out it. Mentally, you cannot function. Emotionally, you can't function. You're not able to help your family and treat your family the way you're supposed to. You don't want to end up on disability. The thing is, we have actually had persons that we helped. I remember there was this particular client that came to us. He was like maybe in his 40s, early 40s, 42, around there. And he was on disability. And when we worked with him because of the situation, you know, he was able to start back working. He said, Dr. Batson, you won't believe how happy I am. I can now begin to work and actually take care of my family. And that's a big thing. So, you know, your health is your wealth. If you have, regardless of the problem, sleep. We have an excellent protocol for depression and anxiety. I'm a big advocate of mental health and the importance of having proper mental health. I'm a huge advocate of proper rest. There are people who do not sleep. It have some of y'all, you're watching the ceiling. That is not right. Nerve Restore is an excellent product that we carry at Batson Associates. Nerve Restore is an adaptogen, and it actually helps the body to rejuvenate, to recuperate, and actually help you deal with stress. A lot of people don't know.
Perhaps will help with the aging process.
Of course it does. Yeah, of course it does. Someone saw me today and said, Dr. Batson, but the person didn't recognize. They said, but you're looking young. They say, yeah, boy, like you're using them products. And it's true. I always have a maintenance regime. You have to maintain. All of us drive vehicles. If you'll drive your car and never maintain it, then you're going to have the ambulance for the cars coming for you, which is the wrecker.
I always like that part.
Yeah, the ambulance for cars is a wrecker.
It's a wrecker. It's a car, but it's a rare car.
It's a rare car, exactly so. Yes, sir.
I have Rika Sinat says, Mr. Batson mentioned about pension
package.
Something about pension?
Yes, there's a pensioners package that
Can you ask me to elaborate on that, please? Rika Sinat, Karen.
Rika Sinat, Karen. Okay, I'm glad you asked that question, Rika. Thanks so very much. Okay, so there's a package that we have put together at Batson Associates for the pensioners, because there are a lot of pensioners we deal with. So, you know, we ensure that we need to take good care of you. So the package is actually 40% off of the original package, which would give you your blood analysis, your live blood analysis, dry blood analysis, and different aspects of your consultation with our consultants, Ms. Karishma Ramdan, Paul Green, René Master, Mante, and the others, and your blood tests, blood sugar testing, blood pressure testing, cholesterol testing. Right, and we have that package, that entire package for excellent price to give pensioners the opportunity to take better care of themselves, because we know you're waiting on a pension and we know how that could be and that kind of thing. So, you know, service to man is service to God. So that's something you can always call and take advantage of. You don't need to have somebody else to come with you, because there was a time we had a package where it was a 2-for-1. But, you know, a lot of persons were getting delayed because when they wanted to come, the other person who was supposed to come with them not ready to come and that type of thing. So we did a pensioner package, which could stand on its own. You're a old age pensioner, you want to come to Batson Associates, call, let us know, and you get a special package. We service you, we get the information, check you out, everything like that, and then we make the necessary recommendations to help you to start to feel better.
Chano Kilawan says, Mr. DJ, I listened to the first program with Dr. Batson, and I did listen to him too. I went to the office. I don't know which one she did visit, but sugar level has sort of on the reduction side now. So.
Oh, okay.
Tell them I still thanks. Okay. Chano Kilawan.
Oh, Chano Kilawan, thank you so very much. I'm so glad to hear that, my dear. Congratulations. Keep it up. One of the things you should look at as well, I don't know what products you would have taken, but there's a product that we have called Alpha, ALPHA. You can always ask them about that. That is an excellent product for blood sugar. It also helps with circulation. It helps with sleep. It also helps with your glucose and how the body actually utilizes glucose. An excellent product for diabetics. So you can check that out as well. And I'm glad to see that with whatever you have used thus far, you're already getting some sort of improvement.
Sheila Prasad of New Jersey has her headset on, but she's at work, but can't call in, but is listening. And this is her break time. This is 2 and 3 is her break time. So she found the time to just relax a little bit in the kitchen, at work, and listen to Dr. Batson. Thank you, girl. Sheila Prasad. She's a trainee, but residing across there.
Okay, good. Okay, so someone is asking if Ms. Marge Hill says, good day, Dr. Batson. Does the pensioner package include products? I am not in Trinidad. Actually, there is actually a program or a promotion that we're actually doing now for our international clients. So that is something you could take advantage of, Miss Marge Hills, where we would actually do products for the international clients. And, you know, as you said, that I will do a pensioner package for our international clients as well. So the answer is yes, but we also have our international package, which is products that we put together, very easy to ship because, you know, following all the guidelines, food and drug, everything like that. So that is something that you could take advantage of. So, you know, call, get some information on that. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Natalie Rajnath rather. She says, Rajnath. She said, good afternoon. I am seeing my left ankle is a little dark. Well, you know, that also has to do with circulation. So again, circulation, check out our circulation products that we carry. Very soon, we would have back that balanced circulation. Well, we have balanced circulation in stock actually, but the other products for circulation we'll be getting back as well. So that those products actually work on improving blood circulation, both pulmonary and systemic circulation, and circulation in the extremities. Right? As regards to our teas, those special teas, liver teas, and all those teas for kidneys and whatnot, we're still working on that. We are currently restocking. We are just awaiting a specific approval, and once we get that, we will be back with those particular products. It's just a matter of the law. You know, the thing is, DJ Mamu, one of the things I tell persons, when you don't know, you don't know. But when you have been made aware, you need to make the necessary changes. So it's just a matter of us dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Very, very important for the type of work that we do. Because remember, we're dealing with your health. So we want to ensure that everything is above board.
What about some people who know and they tell themselves they don't know, pretend that they don't know?
Well, you understand? That is the what we call the proverbial ostrich in the sun. The ostrich take his head and push it in the sand, so you don't see the danger. But I don't mean the danger gone.
Yes.
So you don't want to do that.
Right. So we have another person here trying to get on, but it's cut off. So we please try again. Caller, try again. 1-868-337-2287. That's the number to dial for the international listeners. And those of you in Trinidad and the region, you can use 868-337-2287. And remember, WhatsApp is free this hour, 2 to 3. Every Thursday it's free, so you don't pay for the WhatsApp calls. And it comes into studio and directly to Dr. Jason Batson. And Doctor, so many people have issues about health problems.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them sort of tend to believe that if I tell this one about my illness, they'll laugh at me, and they'll tell that one. But I'll tell you something. Those of you who are suffering right now, who is suffering, me or Dr. Jason? No.
Yeah, no, it's you.
It's you.
It's you.
It's you.
You.
And if you don't reach out to get help, how are you going to get rid of this pain? It's causing problems.
Exactly. And you see, DJ Mamu, what people have to understand, I mean, I don't know, I mean, you don't necessarily have to answer. I would say, on my behalf, I had gotten COVID, right? I don't get sick often. I could tell people that. I could count on one hand for the year, or 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, if and when I get sick. Because I'm the type of person, I know my body so well, especially because of my training and what I do, that I know when it is I am going to get any flu or something. I actually feel it in the back of my throat. Some people feel it in your nose. You just know. And the thing is, I would take the necessary precautions. I try my best. I always boost my immune system. And I got COVID-19 because I had a lot of interaction with a lot of patients. And you know, with COVID, especially in the beginning, we didn't know who was what and that kind of thing. But the moral of the story is this. When I got COVID, I lost my appetite. I wasn't sick. I didn't have all the things because I took certain, but I lost my appetite. I really, really could not have eaten certain things. The only thing that was staying down properly or that my body was accepting, because I wasn't throwing up, but I just didn't have that desire to eat. And usually I'm a person, I have a very good appetite. So I would have lost some weight. I think I didn't have a good appetite. I wasn't eating properly for like about 8 days, right? But I maintained like fruits. I had like grapes and apple. There were certain fruits I could not tolerate. The whole moral of the story is this. I was the most miserable human being on the face of the earth. You would watch me. I was annoyed at the highest. I was uncomfortable because I was sick. I couldn't function optimally as how I would normally function. Mentally, physically. I couldn't go to the gym, obviously, because I'm not eating. What am I going to do? Lift up weights to fall long? I couldn't do that. So I'm saying that just to tell you that you have to take care of yourself. You have to. How many persons that are diabetics that actually lose their feet? You know what it's like? You born with your foot, your good 2 foot. You become an adult walking, and then you have to end up in a wheelchair because you have no legs. I find that's a hard pill to swallow. I can't deal with that. I'm telling you.
This person asked, asked Dr. Mr. DJ, I can't call on the program because I recently had an extraction, but that had something to do with a tooth. Asked the doctor if she were to bring her son for checkup and so on, if she can use the pension plan to pay for his bill. Meaning, well, she probably qualify for the pension plan.
Yeah. Okay, so let me see if I can understand clearly. Repeat the question.
She's saying, ask the doctor if she were to bring her son for a checkup.
Right.
If she could use the pension plan that he's going to grant to those 60 and above, which is, she actually believes she's qualified.
Good.
Use that pension plan to pay for his bill. But there's no payment there because you explain that.
Oh, okay. I think I understand what she said. What we could do, I mean, nothing is written in stone. And I am the type of person, I mean, I am not hard and fast. I'm hard and fast with certain things, but allowances could be made. So once you come and you explain your situation, my dear, I could work accordingly. We will work accordingly with you. Because it is our objective to ensure that you are healthy. I mean, at the same time, we're doing business, yes, you know, we have a number of things that we need to take care of, obligations, whatever the case may be, providing a nice service for your proper equipment, well-stocked office, comfortable office. But once you let it be known to me or to us, we could make the necessary arrangements. So there are allocations that could be made, right? So you don't ever think your situation is too, bad that we can't help you. All right?
Keep sending your WhatsApp messages or call in right now, 1-868-337-2287 and WhatsApp 337-2287. Call in right now. We're having problems with toothache, headache, migraine, and someone said, hold one moment there. Let me just read this international. It says, hello, Mr. DJ. Hello, Mr. Doctor. Hello, Dr. Batson. Can you please talk about the long-term and short-term memory in a person with dementia and Alzheimer's?
Of course, no problem. I will do that. Before I get into that, though, let me just address some things on social media. Keep in mind, we are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. We are Batson and Associates TT on Instagram, and on YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. So let me apologize. I see a young lady by the name of Sarah Hutchinson says that she received a call from Shoguna's branch to come in yesterday to see me, and she had a 2:30 appointment to see me, but she didn't get to see me. She actually saw a consultant. And yes, that is true. I do apologize for that. Usually my Wednesday in Shoguna's is Wednesday I'm in that office. But yesterday I had, regarding that same situation, I had something very, very important. I had emergency yesterday. My phone was actually not even functioning properly yesterday. So that was one of the things that caused the emergency. And I was not able to come to office yesterday at all. I was in office, but of course later in the evening to do what it is I needed to do. So I do apologize about that, Miss Sarah Hutchinson, which is why I have a backup plan as regards to the consultants that we have. Because I will tell you something, I know you may have been, geared to see me, but I have put contingency plans in place that if it is I am not, for some reason, because things happen, and I am one person, and that is why we have Ms. Ramdan and different systems in place. So I do apologize for that. You will eventually see me or hear from me, because I told them I'm actually working Shoguna's on Saturday. So I told them that persons who were insistent, or we could have just done your consultation, done the basic, the foundation aspect, and I will just dot the I's and cross the T's. So I do apologize about that again. And, I will ensure that you would see me at some point in time. But that doesn't change the service that you're going to get. My consultants are exceptionally good at what they do. Exceptionally good. Okay,
Doctor, the person who texted a while ago said to mention the name. The name is Frederica Joseph, but
Oh,
I believe a
yes.
347 number, that's perhaps New York or something like that.
Yes, yes, I know that client. A pleasant good day
Right,
to you. And
Frederick is the male and Frederica is the boy.
correct.
Sorry, the girl.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. Yes, correct. Let me also answer Miss James. Miss James is asking the question, when will you be in Tobago? I'll actually be in Tobago next week. Between Monday and Wednesday of next week, I will be in Tobago. So you can always call the office for Tobago. Tobago's number is 226-4553. That's 226-4553. Miss James, that is Felicia, is it? Yes, Felicia James, for that Tobago appointment. Tobago, too, as well, let me say something quickly. You know, we had some little challenges in Tobago. We actually finishing up our new office. And, you know, because of the air bridge, we had some little challenges, but we almost finished. So very soon, Tobago will have their brand new spanking office with everything, their foot detox, their colon hydrotherapy, their massage therapy. We're going to handle you all really, really nice. Right? Also, Ms. Nicola heard us saying, with the pensioners program, does all participants have to be 50 and above? The thing with that pensioner program, yes. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head what, before the program is finished, I'll let you all know the age that we put it at, because I don't believe we did 65. I believe we did 60 and over. Okay,
Yeah,
but
last week we mentioned 60.
yes, good.
Yeah.
But I'll clarify again with Shakil when he is available. And let me also say a good afternoon to Trini Diva 18. She says, good day, Dr. Batson. For the last 2 weeks, for the last 2 weeks, I've been getting a burning, tingling feeling on my toes on my left side. Any suggestion? I don't reside in Trinidad. I reside in Bermuda. Okay, well, actually, what you could take advantage of is that international package that we have. That international package, there are some things in there that could actually help you with that particular situation. Okay, Miss Trini Diva 18. So you could get the information for that. You could also call the telephone number for the international clients, and that number is 1-868. That's 1-868-366-0180. Again, that's 1-868-366-0180. We're going to put that up on Facebook and our social media platforms so you could see it. Ms. Glenda Hodges says, Dr. Batson, can you explain the cause of tremor in the hands? I will do that shortly. And let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Delistia Robert. She says, good afternoon. She's watching from Philadelphia. So, pleasant good afternoon to you guys. I don't know if you have any questions there, David. Mamu, I'm going back over to you.
Right. So the person, Frederica says, ask the doctor quickly before the time is out, just to respond to her concern. Could you please about the long-term and short-term memory in a person with dementia and Alzheimer's?
Okay, good. Well, basically, long-term and short-term memory with someone who has Alzheimer's or dementia or vascular dementia it goes and comes in the sense that it is not optimal as regards to what it is they need to do, and that's something that, because the thing with dementia, short-term memory, long-term. So long-term memory is long-term. When you went to school, when you was growing up, the memories you have maybe growing up as a child with your parents, your brothers, your sisters, that type of thing. Short-term memory is just that. Short-term memory would be maybe a conversation you had with someone, a telephone number, where you put down your keys, what you're going to a room for, those type of things. So in both types of memory, you find people with vascular dementia and Alzheimer's, they have some issues. There's a product we carry called Cerebral Formula. Very, very good product. Exceptionally good product. And that actually helps with memory, cognitive function. The problem with most Alzheimer's and dementia patients and people is that we take for granted the importance of certain things in our diet as we get older. Look at the Japanese. Japanese people have one of the longest lifespans.
Lifespan, yes.
Yeah. There are blue zones. Blue zones in the world are zones where people live to be more than 100 and more. Japan has one of the largest blue zones in the world. Do you know what accounts for Japanese longevity? Japanese are some of the highest, or have some of the highest percentage of smokers in the world. Yet they have one of the lowest rates of lung cancer. You know why? Diet. They use a lot of something known as marine phytoplankton. One of the things we carry at Batson and Associates is CMOS. We actually have CMOS now. No? I actually had the odious task of going to find a supplier, and an excellent supplier, to get CMOS, because I'm such a great believer and advocate in CMOS. Let me tell you something. CMOS has over 98 different minerals in it. The human body has 106, I believe, off the top of my head. So CMOS has what? 98. So you don't think consuming something like that going to help you? That is one of the reasons why Japanese people have that level of longevity. So we have to... Sorry?
Doc, are you saying that CMOS is the main secret ingredient for that longevity?
It is one of, because they use a type of CMOS, or what is a family to CMOS, something known as fucoidan, Fucodian. It is a particular type of marine phytoplankton, which we also carry at Batson and Associates as well. So
do the Japanese people actually grow this, or is it available from the sea itself?
It's they grow it. They grow it. So they would have, I should say they cultivate it from the sea.
Yes.
Right? And it is one of their staples. They use it a lot. They use it as salads. They put it in rice. They put it in with their meats and that type of thing. And when you do research on it, they realize that there are a lot of anti-cancer properties in it. And that is one of the reasons why they have a lower rate of lung cancer as opposed to other countries with smokers. So valuable piece of information there. So we have to understand how those things...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Are you saying that the CMOS that we drink here is very healthy?
It is exceptionally healthy. Exceptionally healthy. You just have to be careful, like with everything, your brand and your quality. Efficacy and potency is two of the most important things in even pharmacology, supplementation, that type of thing. So we carry a brand at Batson Associates. It's very reasonable. It yields well, because I actually had, let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Miss Eleanor. Miss Eleanor is old school, and Miss Eleanor knows how to prepare CMOS, and she actually took the bag and she prayed, and I got a really nice large bottle. That bottle could have been maybe at 20, maybe at 30. No, how big is that, boy? I'm going to get the size of the bottle for you guys in a little bit. But it was a big bottle. And I have CMOS still home. So every morning when I get up, I actually put it in my smoothie. So I would throw it in the osterizer with maybe a half cup of oats, some flaxseed. I throw in a banana. I osterize that, a tablespoon of peanut butter. And that's a smoothie. That's a meal. So that's breakfast. And it's also very good for persons with arthritis. So you could always, yes, and we have a very good, if you have access to get it, no problem. But we have at Batson and Associates. I have from a very good supplier, exceptionally. We tested everything. Excellent product. Excellent, excellent, excellent product. So, take advantage of that piece of information there.
Right. So again, we have some time to go till 3 o'clock. And those of you who'd like to call in your question, we're moving from one aspect of health to another. We're talking about the Japanese people, longevity, why it is they do not have any protrusion at the front and perhaps not at the back too. Yeah. And they're looking very good and healthy because of what they eat. So what you eat determines who you are, and who you are is what you want to be.
Correct. Well said. Yeah, definitely. And the thing is that Batson Associates, let me see, Miss Noel is asking, when will your international clients be able to get shipping from an international company? Okay, now, let me see if I can understand your question. The thing is, we are shipping internationally, Miss Noel. One of the challenges we have, because of our location in the Caribbean, and when you look at weight, remember with shipping, everything is weight. So the weight, the liquid products are heavy. So because of
weight. Two types of weights. The weight itself and then the waiting plate.
And the waiting for it. So once we go in, we could use FedEx, we could use DHL. But when you're looking at liquids, you're talking about weight. And then one of the products we have is a product that is refrigerated. So one of the things that we're working on is getting that option different for the international clients. But there are a number of things that we have, Miss Noel, that our international clients can get. Just today, someone was mentioning that she got her package and she's in New York. So we will get it for you. We will get it for you. Just let us know and we will organize. If I need to personally get involved, as regards to the service that you're getting, and I'm hoping it's good service, but you let me know and I'm going to ensure that you get what it is you need to get, Miss Noel. Okay? Honey Bay, a pleasant good afternoon to you. And Miss Suzette Dempster says, please remember to clarify on the pensioner program, please. Yes, so I'll clarify the age of that shortly. Okay.
Mary Maraj from Florida says that on her visit to Trinidad very soon, she'd ensure that she pays you a visit because of listening to your program, not only on this station, but other frequencies, other sources that she listens and want to know more about her personal aspect of the issues that she would have. So, Mary Maraj, when you do come to Trinidad, you get in contact with Dr. Jason Batson, and he would answer and perhaps assist you with your issue about health. Bartap Bisoon of Florida, Mr. DJ sent me a picture here in the office, at the office. And there's a little stereo there with the computer.
Nice man.
Right? But can't call him because of the work that he's doing, but he's understanding clearly what he was saying about people's health. Nice. And he's going to take the initiative to ensure that he lives like the
Japanese.
The China Japanese.
Yes, definitely.
Japanese. Yeah. These Japanese people, doctor, when I do some research on these people, they don't really have any health issues.
No, they don't. They're actually blue zones. Another part of the world that has a blue zone is in Scandinavia. I believe is Sweden. Our next portion of the world that has it, I think Alaska has one as well. And that is because the Alaskan people use a lot of omegas. Remember, they use a lot of salmon. That's the belt for salmon. A lot of salmon from the world has come from Alaska. Those cold water fishes. So like things like so you realize we know those fishes are rich in what? Omega 3s. And omegas are valuable for cardiovascular health. So when you look at longevity has always been associated with nutrition, and a lot of people just didn't know. The problem with the Western world, and we in the Caribbean here are part of the Western world, is that our diet sometimes goes awry. You know, once in a while you want to eat a little something, you might go out, you might have a little barbecue something, you might have, nobody is saying no, you might have a little ice cream, you might have a little cake, you go to a little wedding, a little birthday party or something like that. The problem is when that becomes your staple diet. Because you have to understand, processed food is what type of food? Dead food, you know? Once food is dead, it cannot transfer life. You have to understand that. Why do you think seeds and grains are so valuable to our life? Because seeds give forth or bring forth life. What all the trees that it have or agriculture, where do they come from? A seed. So it means that seeds have regenerative properties and those type of things. So that's something to, again, pay very close attention to. Okay, let me remind those listeners of our telephone numbers. I'll clarify the pensioner special quite shortly. The number for our Shogunas office, that Shogunas office is 222, that's 222-8261. That's 222-8261. For our Debe office is 223-7515. Keep in mind, I'm working in the Debe office on the 12th. That's not this Saturday, but next Saturday. I will be in Shogunas this Saturday. That is from 12 noon. We will be having an open clinic day situation there this Saturday. So take advantage of that. That number for Shogunas is 222-8261. Keep in mind, we are live on our social media platforms. On our Instagram, we are Batson and Associates Limited. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Mr. The Real James on our Instagram there. Ms. Sherry Motilal has joined us. Ms. Aj-Customs has joined us. Spa Brilliance has also joined as well. So a pleasant good afternoon to you as well. Rowena Goodrich says, we need an international store. Don't worry, when the website up with everything, that'll be an international store. Don't worry, my dear, we're getting that. And even a physical store somewhere as well. But don't worry, we are working on that assiduously. Right, Dr. Batson, what do you recommend to assist enhancing memory? I have used a lot of memory products, I'll be honest with you. I am impressed significantly with Cerebral. Cerebral is a product that we carry at Batson Associates, also available to our international clients and local clients. I believe we would have in stock in about the next week and a half, 2 weeks, but we're going to get that. Ms. Jacqueline Noel, or can you repeat the number for international clients to call and to speak to someone in your office? Yes, Ms. Noel. That telephone number for international clients to follow up, it's, well, area code for Trinidad is 868. The telephone number is 366. That's 366 0180. What I'm going to do, I'm going to ask Shakil, Miss Noel, to also put it up on our Facebook pages, our social media. Okay, so that number again is 868-366-0180. Okay, and someone is asking, when are you having open day in clinic in Tobago? Miss George is asking that question. We plan to have that Tobago office up and running. Yeah, that's a very good question. Yeah, we're going to do that just now for you, Miss George. We haven't forgotten Tobago, you know. We just like with everything else, we had some challenges because of the location, and that might sound weird, eh? But, you know, so Tobago, God's willing, I know for sure you'll all be up and running, you know, at an alarming speed and pace by the beginning of next year, but we're trying to get certain things in place before that. All right? So just keep that in mind, Ms. George. The telephone number for the Tobago office is 226-4553. That's 226-4553. So you can always keep that number close, and you can always keep abreast of certain things. Latoya will always be willing and able to provide the necessary information for you. Okay?
Well, Doc, we're out of time today, so do your thing of wrapping up.
Oh, yes, definitely. Look at that. What are that? I didn't realize that. Time flies so fast. You know what they say? Time flies when you're having fun. So, again, those of you, let me say a pleasant good afternoon and thank you to the listeners of DJ Mamu Radio TT.com. From all of us at Batson Associates, thank you very much for inviting us into your home, into your workplace, and to give us a listening ear. I hope that this program was informative and has helped you in some way. Keep in mind, if you are an international client, you are not left out of the books. You are not left out in the trenches. We are working assiduously to ensure that we give and assist everyone, regardless of where you are, some good health. Right? So at Batson Associates, as we always say, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. DJ Mamusa, thank you so very much. And until next week, please, God bless, and you guys take care of yourself.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jason Batson. And you've been listening to Support Your Health Naturally on DJMamuRadioTT.com with Dr. Jason Batson. Sponsored program weekly every Thursday from 2 to 3, where it's interactive with the listeners. Again, we ask you to join us by calling in and ask questions next week, Thursday, 2 to 3. And all those who sent in their WhatsApp text messages, questions, Doctor will be concerned about it, and he'll give you more information about it when you pay him a visit. And those of you who are interested in the pension plan, you can also call him and get some more advice on it. And even though that you may have other questions related to your son or your daughter to utilize the plan, Doctor will do something called what you call flex his plan to ensure that you become healthy at the end of it all. Doctor, thank you again.
Definitely.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Take care. Yes, so social media, we had a very interesting day today. Last Thursday, you all worked me. We had actually 4 programs last week. Today, we were only able to do 2. We didn't do Freedom 106.5 FM because there was some, technical mix-up there that we needed to correct. So we'll address that, God's willing. So next week, I promise to give you guys 2 live on Sunday.
Night program.
And night live as well as the morning live, right? So keep that in mind. And we will ensure Ms. Jacqueline A. Noel, she said thanks, so I'm sure that you got that number, and we're going to be working on those things. Keep in mind, check out our Nerve Restore, all international individuals. Those of you who are abroad, who know somebody, they're listening to Dr. Batson, they want us they're coming to Trinidad next year or 2 years. Sometimes it makes no sense to wait till quite next year when you're coming. If you could get something to help you now, that makes better sense to me. All right? So, as we always say at Batson Associates, again, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Keep in mind, we are on our social media platforms. We are Batson Associates Limited. On Facebook, on Instagram, we are Batson Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson Associates Trinidad. We're going to put up those international plans and everything that we're working on right now. The package, that should be going up there by the end of this week, maybe next week, please God. And we're going to ensure that we give you the information that you need, okay? God bless those of you with the T's. Thank you for your patience. We just, had some things that we needed to do. That's normal, that's life. And, we ensuring. But you will get it, I promise you that. God bless you guys, and do enjoy the rest of your Thursday afternoon. Till Sunday, please God. Take care. Bye-bye.